Morning, my students. Today we're gonna talk about sixth lesson in Unit 2, dividing an algebraic expression by another. Attend your eyes, it's me. In this lesson, he asked me to divide this algebraic expression x power 2 minus 3x minus 10 by this algebraic expression x plus 2. To do that, we must make more steps. Attend your eyes with me to understand how to find the quotient by dividing this algebraic expression by another algebraic expression. As a first, we must make a draft like that and write the dividend. This is called the dividend here in this space, x power 2 minus 3x minus 10, and write the divisor. This is called the divisor here in this space. It will be x plus 2 in this space. And find the result or the quotient above here in this space. As a first, to divide this algebraic expression by another one, we must, as we learned, we must divide the first by the first. I means we must divide it here x power 2 by here x power 1 as the first time. So the first step, we must divide the first by the first here. Just this algebraic term by this algebraic term. X power 2 dividing by x power 1. When we divide like this, yes, we subtract their power, so it will be equal x power 1. And the second step here, we multiply the result here x by both these two terms and write the answer under this algebraic expression. I mean the second step here, it will be multiplying. We multiply this x by both of them. It will be x by x equal x power 2, and here x by 2, it will be equal to x. And the third step here, we must subtract x power 2 plus 2x from x power 2 minus 3x and keep negative 10 as it. Okay, and when we subtract, don't forget this rule, we must change both sign of these algebraic terms. Again, when we subtract this algebraic expression from x power 2 minus 3x, we must change both sign. This sign, it will be changed to be negative, so it will be both of them negative here and it will be here negative. And then we add them. X power 2 is negative x power 2, it will be equal, yes, 0. And negative 3x minus 2x, it will be equal negative 5x. Now we can cancel 0 here because it hasn't any value. And the fourth step here, we must figure down the negative 10 or bring down negative 10 down. This is the fourth step. Now we start again to divide the first by the first. Again, we divide negative 5x by the same algebraic term x. Negative 5x dividing by x, it will be equal negative 5. We write the answer here. It will be equal negative 5. Yes, and again, we use the second step. We multiply negative 5 by both of them. Negative 5 by x, it will be equal negative 5x. And negative 5 by 2, it will be negative 10. And we do the third step. We change both sign. Both sign here, it will be negative. So when we subtract, we change both sign to be positive and add them. Negative 5x plus 5x, it will be equal 0. And negative 10 plus 10, it will be equal also 0. Now we have finished. When we have the result here, it will be equal x minus 5. When we divide this algebraic expression by another one, x plus 2, it will be the answer or the quotient x minus 5. Let's see more exercise to understand how to dividing algebraic expression by another. Divide x power 2 minus 5x plus 6 by x minus 3. How to divide this algebraic expression by this algebraic expression? By doing the same steps, we must write the dividend here in this space and write the divisor here in this space, and don't forget to do the same steps. Okay, as the first we divide x over 2 by x. This is the first step. By dividing x over 2 by x, it will be equal, the answer here, it will be equal x. And do the second step, we multiply x here by every term here. X by x, it will be equal x over 2, and x by negative 3, it will be equal negative 3x. And by doing the third step, we change both sign. Here, this is positive, here is negative. When we subtract, it change both sign. It will be here positive, and it will be here negative, and it will be here positive. And by adding them, x over 2 with negative x over 2 equal 0. Negative 5x with positive 3x, it will be negative 2x. Now, bring down positive 6 and cancel 0. Will be negative 2x plus 6. By doing the same steps again, we dividing negative 2x by 1x, it will be equal negative 2. And by multiplying negative 2 by each one, it will be equal negative 2x plus 6. And by doing the third step here, change both signs, it will be here positive and it will be here negative, and adding them finally equal 0, 0. Now the result, it will be equal x minus 2. Dividing this by this algebraic expression, it will be equal x minus 2. As the last, try to solve this by yourself. He gave me here 2x power 2 plus 3x minus 2 dividing by x plus 2. Try to do the same steps by yourself, and finally the answer, it will be equal 2x minus 1. Thanks, goodbye, and the next session.